the Impact Press Pass with Chelsea Green, Tasha Steels and Rosemary, hosted by Gail Kim.
Well, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining our press pass. I'm super excited for this session, of course, for myself, because the Knockouts have such a historic match that is going to be part of Hard to Kill pay-per-view this Saturday. And so we might as well just begin. I had a few questions, but I don't want to take other people's questions. So I'm going to start introducing our panelists today. And that's going to be first, Tasha Steels, our former two-time Knockout Tag Team World Champion. Welcome to Press Pass, Tasha.
Well, thank you, Gail. Thank you for having me. All this flavor is already needed.
Yeah, are you excited for this?
I'm definitely excited. Nervous, excited, but you know, it ain't history if it ain't no flavor in it.
Exactly, you got it. And next, we have our former Knockout World Champion, Chelsea Green, new bride to be, or no, not to be. You are a new bride.
So, I'm a new bride.
Congratulations.
Gail, wedding season is over. It is Ultimate X season, baby.
Now you've got the big personal thing out of the way. Now you can focus on business.
That's exactly what Matt and I both said. You know, he has a title match, and I obviously have this Ultimate X match, which is #1 contender match. We are both just ready to move into 2022 on a really high note. We are married, and now we're ready to hold the titles. I want to be a two-time knockout champion.
I mean, I'm sure you do. And I think this would be such a huge night for both of you guys if you can keep on that roll. You had nothing bad happen at the wedding, right? So we can stay on that good roll, hopefully.
Exactly. Let's just leave the weddings in the past now, especially the one at Impact Wrestling a couple years ago. Let's leave that one in the past as well.
Okay. And last but not least, our former tag team champion and former Knockout World Champion, Rosemary.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, Gail, we did relieve Tasha of those tag team titles as well.
I mean, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. Why?
Well, we'll relieve you of this opportunity at Ultimate X while we're at it.
Listen, don't start with me with you two. All right, we're not gonna go there.
Okay, so I'm super excited, guys. I have one question that maybe someone else would want to ask, but besides your match, because obviously it's a historic match, what match? Because this card is, I'm blown away by this card, this lineup. What match are you guys most looking forward to?
Well, I mean, it would be crazy if I didn't say that I'm excited for my now husband's match versus Moose and Morrissey. I mean, that's obviously one of the top matches I want to see because I want to see him walk away with that world heavyweight title. Is that what we call it? I don't even know because it's got like 1 million names in front of it. But really, I mean, I think that the whole world is tuning in to watch Mickie James versus Deonna Purrazzo, right? I mean, I think all of us girls are going to be watching to see what happens because that's the whole reason we are having this Ultimate X match is to see who we are going to be challenging for that title.
Exactly. So Tasha, who are you looking forward to seeing on this card?
Well, obviously the Mickie James versus Deonna Purrazzo match. I mean, I need to see who I'm going to be facing after this Ultimate X match when I walk.
Okay.
Calm down. You talk. I want to see who I'm going to be facing after this this match here. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be so bittersweet for me. I mean, if Deonna comes out as the winner and the new 3-time knockout champion, there's a story there. If Mickie James retains, she's going to be dealing with the Boricua badass for the first time. So we'll see. We'll see who wins.
You're right. And Rosemary?
It's ridiculous, like they've all said, to say that we're not looking forward to Deonna and Mickie to see who is the champion at the end of this. But we'll throw out Josh Alexander versus Jonah, because when Josh is angry, bad things happen to whoever's in the ring with him.
I agree. And he's been beaten up quite a bit. So he's probably has all these pent up emotions right now, as we all know. Okay, so we're going to start, and our first media outlet is going to be from the Miami Herald. We're going to have Jim on the line. Jim?
Okay. Hey, can everyone hear me okay?
Hello, Jim.
You're good, Jim.
Hey, first of all, congratulations to everyone and what you all are doing and how things are going and coming into this match. And I'll just try to get through this very quickly. But first of all, Gail, I just wanted to know, hate talking about COVID, but I got to talk about it. Just what everything's going on right now. Is there anything in place to keep everybody sort of quarantined or in curfew? And is there, without giving anything away, are there alternative plans, God forbid, if someone has to be replaced?
Good question.
Don't jinx us. Don't jinx us.
I don't
What's
want to
going
jinx
on?
you, but I have to know. I didn't mention any names.
Don't jinx us.
We, of course, have COVID procedures in place. This strain is kind of a little bit different, I guess, because even if you are vaccinated, it's highly contagious. So we are putting our best measures in place. And of course, I think all the girls know with any wrestling show, whether it's been a year ago, 2 years ago, pre-COVID, there's always something happening last minute and where we need to adjust. So I think we're used to these cases. I just hope that all the competitors stay safe this weekend. In the next 2 to 3 days, let's just put it out there in the universe that everyone stays healthy and safe. So
thank you, Gail. And then for the three here that are competing in this historic match, what does it mean to you to compete in this Impact Wrestling, history being made, and you're all part of it?
Everything, quite frankly.
Go ahead, Rosemary.
We've said before in an interview, this is something we've been campaigning for since the end of 2016. Chelsea was there at the time, so she knows we're very adamant about it, that girls should be given the chance to do everything that the guys had in TNA then and now Impact Wrestling. And Ultimate X being a very specific TNA Impact Wrestling centric match, that nobody else does anything like this, that this is really, there are very few firsts left in this business. This is one of them, and this is an Impact specific first because Ultimate X is ours and the knockouts get to be involved now.
I couldn't agree more, Rosemary. And I also just think, you have to give it to Impact, that truly Impact might be one of the only companies, how do I say this without making a lot of people mad, but they really do put their knockouts on the same pedestal that the men are on. And we've always done that. Back in the day, when I first came to Impact, I didn't even think twice about the fact that I main evented an Impact show. I didn't boast about it or brag about it. I didn't even think about it. And that was something I thought about today. Like, man, they were having women main event way back then. And we didn't think for 2 seconds. Not only that, but the men have been wrestling the women for years. And we, again, have not put it out there like we should be praised. This is just something that we've done, and we've always been equal to the men. And this, to me, is that last step that we needed to take. And it's, I think, the perfect time to be doing that, going into the new year, starting the new year off right. And now, really, truly, Impact is the best company in the world for women.
I definitely agree. I agree with both ladies. They said it well best. There's nothing else that I could say to that. But, going into the Ultimate X match, I love making history. 2021. My former partner, Kiara, and we made history. So I don't mind doing it again.
You'll fit it into your schedule.
Thank you all so much. And Chelsea, as I wrap up, I have to ask, okay, so who has the second best beard?
No comment.
Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, guys, next we're going to have Michael from Lucha Libre online. Michael, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. How is everyone doing?
Hi, Michael.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for everyone's time. I want to talk about, first of all, congratulations to Mrs. Cardona on getting married. Congratulations to Chelsea and everyone. There's a lot of different knockouts on different women inside Impact Wrestling at this moment. Chelsea is Canadian. Tasha is Afro-Boricua. Rosemary is a demon. How important for your respective ethnics and cultural backgrounds is having this match for the first time?
You want to go ahead, Tasha? Let's go with Tasha first.
I think it means a lot, especially to us Boricuas. If you noticed over the years in wrestling, Puerto Ricans. I mean, if you mention Puerto Ricans in wrestling, the first person that's going to come to your mind is the Colones or Savio Vega, and it for a long time in between, it hasn't really been too many representation of Puerto Ricans in wrestling. So with going into the 2000s and 2022, having somebody like Homicide and Amazing Red and Santana Ortiz and myself and Mercedes Martinez, who's a 20-year vet. I mean, a lot of us, we're just coming out more and we're doing a lot more and we're changing the game and just being more recognized out here. And I'm excited, for myself and for my culture being in this Ultimate X match. I'm going to channel my inner Amazing Red in this match, because with Homicide, he was a little, climbing the X thing there. He was a little sketchy there. So I'm a channel my inner Amazing Red. This guy can do it all. So I'm excited and I can't wait. And like I said, I'm gonna come out there the ultimate knockout. So I can't wait for that.
Representing PR, yeah. Okay, Chelsea. We have 2 Canadians left, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always proud to be representing Canada. It is very hard to watch wrestling in Canada, and people don't realize that. So when I'm able to do something that kind of garners international attention, that's huge. And to have the Canadian flag, on my social media representing me, reminding people, it's a big deal for me. And I know that my family and all my friends in Canada are going to be watching me and supporting me, and they're very proud of like all of us Canadians who are able to make an impact in this wrestling world. So we're very excited for this. And also I just think anyways, representation in wrestling is huge. So to now have a match where we are represented not only in our individual cultures and ethnicities, but also just as a group of very, very powerful females, it's a big deal.
Definitely is. Rosemary?
To look on the side, perhaps, of dark creatures, a lot of times in professional wrestling will be lumped together. Not to say that we don't enjoy going to war with those kind of creatures like us, but to be given the opportunity to branch out into something that was reserved for the X division and alongside these other knockouts, these other very strong females, and to be given a chance for Rosemary, the demon assassin, someone a bit more known for off the wall and hardcore matches and the dark realm. We're being included in this, and a lot of times you won't see that. You would see those of us who wear face paint to go into battle, to be stuck with others like that. We're being given a chance to being thrown in with all types of different competitors, and that's nice to see. We're not being typecasted. Yes,
I feel like we're back at the time of, there's just so many different female, even wrestlers in general, where the fans can look at someone and be like, I really identify with that person. And there's different types of ladies there that you can gravitate towards and relate to. So thanks, Michael. Really appreciate it.
Thanks to all of you. Have a great day.
Thanks. Just a reminder to the media outlets, if you want to ask a question, please raise your hand through the Zoom app. And that's probably the best way possible. So I want to go down the card and just remind everyone about the matches that have been announced for Hard to Kill, because it's a super for me, I think it's one of the best lineups we've had in a really, really long time. So, you know, we're going to have the X Division match, which is Trey Miguel versus Steve Macklin, which has been building up for so long now. I'm really excited. I actually never expected Steve to turn out to be such a great fit for the X Division.
Oh, he's been a bulldozer thus far.
Oh, he is. And this one was just recently announced that I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it, is the ROH world title match between Jonathan Gresham and Chris Sabin. I never knew I wanted this dream match until I heard it. So I'm
excited for that.
Sold out monitor backstage.
Yeah, we're all going to be around it.
Yes. And don't forget, not only do we have the historic first Ultimate X match for the Knockouts, and we have the Texas Death Match for the first time for the ladies, but we have a third Knockouts match, which is going to be the Inspiration versus the Influence for the Knockout Tag Team titles. So that's going to be exciting. I mean, 3 Knockouts matches, guys. The World Title match, which is Moose versus your new groom, Matt Cardona versus William Morrissey. And so I'm really excited to see this. 3 great, I mean, all of them are big men, big wrestlers, we'll say. So, but super talented. So I'm really looking forward to see if Matt will walk away a world champion again. We're going to have the Hardcore War, which is the Good Brothers and Violin by Design versus Rich Swann, Willie Mack, Heath, Rhino, and Eddie Edwards. So that's going to be a good one as well. And then, of course,
might die.
Yeah. And then
Somebody's definitely dying.
we're talking about right now. The big one also, the grudge match that I'm really looking forward to is Josh Alexander versus Jonah. So, you know, I think we were all kind of feeling some sympathy for Josh right after Moose cashed in his title shot. And so, he's just kind of been on the brunt of things lately. So I'm excited to see Josh come out on top. Let's hope anyways, right? Okay, so next, let's see. We're going to have Chris from My Wrestling Podcast. Is that who we have next, Chris?
Hello, ladies. Thank you very much for having me. An absolute pleasure. Really appreciate the opportunity. So my question goes to all 3 ladies. Obviously, the Ultimate X match is known for big bumps, for high spots, for dangerous wrestling, let's say, akin to a ladder match or a TLC match. How do you go about preparing for a match like this? Because obviously it's not something that you do every week. So do you feel any pressure to go out there and put on the best possible match? How do you get in that mind frame knowing that you're going to go through probably more pain than you're used to going through on a normal sort of like weekly show?
And I'm just going to quickly say this. I feel like we're prepared exactly like the men are. We've been training our entire careers for things like this. And a lot of times there is this hilarious stigma that women can't last as long in this business as men can. And honestly, it's BS. We'll last as long as we want. And Gail Kim is sitting right here and is a testament to that. We can take these same bumps that men can. We can wrestle for just as long as the men can. We just choose whether we want to or not. And now is our time, and we're choosing to do it. You know what I mean? So I don't know about these women, but I think I can speak for everyone when I say we were born ready to do this the way that we were born ready to wrestle.
So you didn't have a problem getting married and preparing for this?
Getting married, doing my bikini photo shoots, and being, part of the Ultimate X. Honestly, this is where we thrive as women, is multitasking.
Getting tested. Okay, Rosemary?
There's a reason that we chose a female meat suit when we came into this realm, and that is the incredible resilience that you human females have. And that was one thing that we've learned, and we'll go into this match the exact same way that we go into a Monsters Ball or a Full Metal Mayhem or any of the other ridiculous things that we do to ourselves. And that is, we're not going to think about it. We're going to go in and throw our body at wherever we have to do to get that victory, because we'll worry about it after, quite frankly.
That is a very honest answer.
I mean, I wouldn't be the Boricua badass if I didn't get into matches such as this. So preparing, I've always stay ahead of the curve and prepare for anything. Preparedness meets opportunity. So I'm ready.
We're ready,
That's it. Is
Chris.
it Saturday yet? Is it Saturday?
I knew you would be. I knew you would be. I'm excited for it. I know you are all going to kill it. You three and your three opponents as well. I'm really excited. Best of luck to all of you involved. Yeah, all the best. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Thanks, Chris. Okay, next, we just finished with Chris. We have another Chris from Sportskeeda, but I just wanted to let everyone know, the media outlets and the ladies right now, we're falling a little behind because there's a lot of us on. So we're going to just maybe have one or two of you answer each question so that we can fit in all the media outlets as best as possible. So let's go to Chris from Sportskeeda. Is that right? Oh, after Chris, it's Riju. Riju. I pronounced that right? You're on mute, Riju. Can you take yourself off mute?
Perfect. Am I audible now?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear all of you. Thank you so much for your time, all of you. Congratulations to all of you ladies on such a historic achievement, and congrats to Chelsea as well. On the wedding. But now that this is wedding season, is there a chance that, the hot mess comes back for a run?
Oh, well, here's the thing. I don't choose when the hot mess comes out. She chooses. So, I wouldn't, she's tucked away, but who knows? Maybe she'll poke her head out at some point.
We could probably lure her out if you give us a chance.
If there's
Oh,
anyone who knows how to lure her out, it is absolutely Rosemary.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I kind of missed the hot mess too.
Don't we all?
Yes. Riju?
Yeah, you guys had the hottest feud in India when you guys came down. Rosemary and the hot mess. You guys had a killer feud. So yeah, we all missed.
We have many great memories from that trip.
India was the best crowd ever, and we all had such a good time, even though we had to beat each other up.
Thank you, Rishu.
Yes,
We appreciate your question. Thank you. Okay, next we have Dane from Hooked on Wrestling. Dane, are you there?
Hello. Thank you all for taking the time out. It's nice to be speaking with you. So in the lead up to Hard to Kill and with this kind of high stakes match, I wanted to kind of go back to all of your roots as professional wrestlers. And Gail, feel free to come in as well. But with wrestling being a combination of so many different variables like physicality and storytelling, character, theatrics, what element of it appealed to all of you the most, would you say, when you were growing up watching it?
Tasha?
I would say the stories and the promos.
Mhm.
I love a good story. I'm all about like psychology and, training as a wrestler. That was like one of our main things to train on first, was learning the business and psychology and everything like that. So I love a good storytelling. I love psychology. I love someone that can really talk on a microphone and not be afraid to say things and get a reaction of the crowd and stuff like that. Hey, Chelsea, shut your dogs up. Shut them up. I'm talking. Shut them up. I love when just someone that can talk. Like the skills, at the end of the day, anybody can learn it, but it's everything else outside of that I love learning before just actually getting the physicality part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think definitely, I'm 44, but when I started watching wrestling, it really was about the storylines and the characters that really sucked me in, but then I fell in love with the sport of it. And so, I think we all kind of were drawn to that whole character. I mean, Rosemary, you can speak to characters.
What? How dare you?
How dare I? I love her. I love everything about your character.
Well, I'm looking forward to watching you. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Dean.
Thanks, Zane.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dean. And next we have Dean. We've had some back-to-back similar names here. Dean from Body Slams and Dropkicks.
Happy New Year, ladies. Chelsea, in your case, a happier New Year.
Thank
New
you.
Year.
All right, then. This is the weekend of, obviously, the very first Knockout Ultimate X match. I myself long for the day where I hear announced on social or on Impact itself the very first Knockouts Lethal Lockdown match.
We've had one.
Have you had one?
I've been a part of it. Yes.
Have you been a part of it? Oh, all right. Then in that case,
Was it in England?
I'm
Was it
actually
in England?
very proud of that match. So
would you like in that case, Gail, thanks for correcting me, would you like another one?
yes,
Yes.
You go ahead and
Bring it
ask.
back. Bring it
And there is actually a
back.
two-part question as well.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Who would you three ladies rather face out of Virtuosa, Diana Perazzo, or Hardcore Country, Mickie James?
Okay, Rosemary, why don't you ask that question? Answer that question.
Oh, we never like to choose because we just want to fight everybody. But if you're forcing us, it's so difficult because we've never faced Mickie James one-on-one, but we've also faced Diana Perazzo twice and she's bested us twice. So it might be that much sweeter to finally beat Diana Perazzo. And then we'll beat up Mickie James.
That's very fair. I'm actually curious to hear Chelsea's answer quickly on this one.
I want to take on Mickie with Diana in my corner.
They're kind of besties.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes down to business, though, you're going to have
If
to
it came down to business, I want to win, period.
Yes, exactly. There you go. Good answer. Okay, next we have, thank you, Dean. We really
Thank you,
appreciate
ladies. Good luck.
Thanks, Dean.
Next, the bane to my existence, Sean.
Sean?
Everyone already knows.
That's Sean Ross.
Sean Rossap.
Sean Rossap.
Here we go.
Gail's opponent in Lethal Lockdown.
Yes, I do not mind that at all.
And
Gail,
we'll all
come
be
on.
in your corner.
Come on. I said nice things about you, Gail.
Yeah, what was your ulterior motive, though?
Just being nice. That's all. I'm a great person.
Okay, I'll accept that. Go ahead.
So this weekend's obviously a historic moment for the Knockouts division. Are there any other unique match types that maybe you guys haven't participated in the past that you all would like to see put forth? Even you, Gail, because you were a part of a lot of firsts in the Knockout division as well.
Right. I mean, who would like to answer this question, actually?
I want that knockout lockdown to come back. I want
Everyone can answer really quickly. Let's keep them compact, but I want everyone to answer that question. Tasha?
I want the knockouts lockdown to come back. Like, I haven't been in a cage match, so
okay.
Never been. So yeah.
Kelsey?
Oh yeah, lock me away with you, Rosemary.
Right.
Sort of like gimmick match. So I guess I would like to do a TLC match, but really I'll take anything at this point. Any sort of weapon would be great.
And Rosemary?
Shockingly, out of all the things we have done, we've never done a ladder match. So we'll join you in that TLC if you like.
Oh, okay. I've done every gimmick match under the sun, from things I didn't enjoy, from bra and panties matches to ladders and cages and everything, but I haven't had, which I don't really desire, but I'll say what I haven't done, which is an Iron Man match, so Iron Woman match. So that's
well, Gail.
Thank you all so much.
Come out of retirement for that?
No. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Bye, Sean. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have George from What Do You Call It podcast.
Hello, everyone. I'm on, right? Just to double check.
You are.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Making ask myself a moment. Do apologize. Hope you're all doing well. It's good to be on here. So as we're coming into the first ever Knockouts Ultimate X match, I just want to ask, is there, as preparation for your match, is there any matches that you all have as a favorite? If so, what is your favorite?
A favorite type of match that they've had?
Ultimate X, an Ultimate X match in the past.
Oh, okay. You're saying
I didn't ask very well. Do apologize.
Okay, sorry. So you're asking which ones they've seen that they want?
Yeah, so basically going back to the past, what have been some of their favorite Ultimate X matches, and if they have watched any, to prepare themselves for the upcoming match that they all have.
So our favorite Ultimate X?
Yeah.
One of our first even exposures to early TNA was an Ultimate X match with AJ, Chris Sabin, and Petey Williams at Final Resolution 05. Probably one of the best matches we've ever seen, and that's what got us hooked on the product in the first place, and we've watched it many times. We actually have Best of the X Division Volume 1 and 2.
Little plug there. Very nice. Have you guys watched many matches or any?
I mean, I feel like I've been backstage and watch so many live, and every single one blows me away. And also, just when I think that they couldn't do anything crazier, these men pull things out that I couldn't have even dreamed that they would have thought of. So hopefully we give people like a little taste of that as well.
Okay. So Tasha,
yeah, I don't have a favorite, but I've watched so many that all these guys, they put their bodies on the line. It's like, how can you have a favorite? You know, they go out there and they give their all every single time. So I like them all because each Ultimate X match comes with different flavors. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. Good luck, ladies.
Thanks,
Thank
George.
you. Appreciate it. Next, we have James from Primetime Conversations. James.
Hi, Gail.
Hi.
How you doing?
How are you?
Good, thanks. Hi, ladies. Question for all three of you, but mainly directed towards Rosemary. Rosemary, you've been involved in various matches such as Monsters Ball and Delete and Decay even, and all these different types of matches. So do you feel like heading into the ladder match, Ultimate X match, sorry, do you feel like this could be giving you advantage? And towards Chelsea and Tasha, what are you going to do to combat this?
Yes, absolutely. We've put our body in several dangerous and painful positions throughout our career.
Like
We're not treating this any differently. As far as we know, Ultimate X is also no disqualification, so perhaps we'll open our toy box for this one as well. Look out, ladies. But yes, and all that we're seeing is a hardcore match with a 3D element added, because now we can go up and attack from the skies as well as the level playing field. So we're definitely taking all of our Monster Ball and our Full Metal Mayhem and all of our experience that way and bringing it into this.
I like how the girls were smiling in reaction to all this. Great. Do you guys have
I mean, I guess we just all of the rest of us who have not been involved in 101 matches the way Rosemary has. I'm just going to keep my eyes peeled, and I'm not underestimating anyone.
Great. Thank you, James. We really appreciate your question. So next we're going to go a little bit more female. Stephanie from Steel Chair is next. And yeah, you're our first female media outlet right now. So shoot away. Tasha, maybe we can ask Tasha a question next.
Oh,
hello, ladies.
Make it good, Stephanie.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, how are you? Oh,
good.
Happy New Year. In France, we can say it all the months. So for me, I can say it to all of you, and wishing you the best to each and every one of you. Diana Perazzo was stating the Forbidden Door was very something that was made. Many men came, but not that many women. We know that she's targeting Roxy and the ROH belt. If you could make a woman from any company come to Impact and open the Forbidden Door, why not for a belt? Who would it be?
Tasha?
And Gail, I have a question too. If you could be in the Ultimate X match, would you?
Oh, of course. If I was healthy, I would be the first one begging for it. Yes, 100%, 100%. Tasha, Forbidden Door question, who would you want?
Oh, I love a good Forbidden Door question. I think I've been trying to get through this Forbidden Door. You know, they've been trying to lock the door on me, but they know I'm from the street. So I pick locks, I break windows. So I've been trying to get through this Forbidden Door for a long time, you know? Currently, I want the best. I want the absolute best. So if somebody can call that doctor, Chelsea, isn't that your friend? Call the doctor, tell her to come through. You know what I'm saying? Because the Boricua Badass got some words for her. So yeah, go get Britt Baker and bring her to Impact, and I'll introduce her a little bit.
Nice. Anybody else have a Forbidden Door?
I would love to get my hands on cute little Bunny Alley once again.
Oh yeah, bring back the past. I like that.
Especially this naughty new little dark one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosemary. I think it's your fault, Rosemary. It's your fault.
It could be. We'll take a look. You know what?
Had
We'll
anybody?
follow along with that line of thought, Chelsea, and we'll beat up this new bunny's little friend, Penelope.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right.
So I think we're all kind of looking towards AEW as the forbidden door,
Pretty
right?
much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your question, Stephanie. Okay, next we're gonna have. Wait, we're sticking with the females. We're gonna have Katrina next from Women's Wrestling Talk. Katrina, welcome.
Hi, ladies. Thank you so much
Hello.
for having me on. I hope all is well. So my question for all of you is like, one of the things I appreciate about the Knockouts division is how you guys were kind of the pioneers of showcasing how amazing women wrestlers are and showing that the women can kind of step into the ring and do what men do. So what are you guys looking forward to bring into this Ultimate X match, since this is like a historical thing for Impact?
Ooh, who wants to answer that question?
Gosh, that's hard because I really think that we're going into this like we would any other match, hoping to come out on top to then, have a shot at the championship. But I think in the back of everyone's mind is just the fact that we want to show the world, like we always have, that we can hang with the guys, and anything boys can do, girls can do better.
I feel like it's a never-ending challenge for us ladies, even though women's wrestling has come so far in the last, 10, 15 years. Do you guys all agree? For me as well, even as a producer, it's a constant battle of proving that we're just as good as the guys, if not better.
It is, and it's also funny because I never want anyone to think that there have been men in on this journey that have planted that seed, because there have been so many that have told me, oh no, you are just as good and you can main event and things like that. But as females, we'll always want to, prove everyone wrong and also, be better than the boys. That's just how we work genetically.
Yeah, I think we put that pressure on ourselves, to be honest.
Well, I want to say that I'm bringing all the flavor to this match because I said it before and I said it again. It ain't history if it ain't no flavor in it. Oh,
Tasha's ready. She's going in confident. I like that. Thanks, Katrina.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. We're gonna have Caesar next from Wrestling Sport. Are you there?
Good evening. It's nice to be here with all of you. My question is for all of you. You're going to be in an amazing and brutal match like the Ultimate X, specifically in the first ever Knockout Ultimate X. My question is, do you have any inspirational wrestler in the Impact history that make you motivate you? For example, AJ Styles or Chris Sabin, that is a very big example of to be here in this kind of match.
Well, if you watched Wrestle House, you'll know that Chris Sabin is an honorary member of Decay. So we will be channeling his energies.
Not Hot Boy Sabin.
Hot Boy Sabin.
Not Hot Boy Sabin. No.
I mean, has anyone reached out to Sabin? He pretty much is probably. Is there anyone else who has had as many?
Had more?
Our company.
No, I think he's been in the most.
He's been in like all of them. Except
he's
maybe
been like
one.
all, yeah.
So maybe the person who reached out to him will have the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I saw him do a video with Jordan that he was trading Jordan, so
playing favorites.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Jordan is probably a good favorite, I would think.
Tell us how you really feel, Gail.
Like how many
yeah, right? Like
how many
pull-ups
does she do? Have you guys been practicing your pull-ups?
Okay, but also let's talk about Lady Frost, because people don't know Lady Frost's background, but Lady Frost, I'm telling you, she'll be able to dangle from those ropes for an hour.
Well,
she can dangle all she wants to. It's not like she's gonna win.
I didn't say she was gonna win. I just said she could dangle. I only need to get up there once.
So have I.
Wait, thank you, Caesar.
Thank you so much.
Oh, sorry, Caesar. Forgot you were here. Bye.
Caesar, look what you started.
Next, we have Sam from Near Falls Media.
Hello all. I have a quick question. Hard to Kill is being promoted with a lot of adverts showing some of the lowest moments in Impact wrestlers' careers, some really difficult injuries, things like that. Is there a particular moment from any of your careers, a particularly challenging moment that you're using as inspiration going into this first Ultimate X match for the Knockouts? Almost got through that sentence.
I mean, I have broken my arm more times than anyone in the whole world. So the fact that I am able to even climb up the structure and hang on with my one little arm, that for me is all the inspiration I need.
Rosemary?
We don't often share personal things, but we are at our lowest weight right now since blowing our knee out 2 years ago. So this has been a very motivating thing to work towards and getting back to being the destructive, high peak performing level of fitness that we wanted to be at, that we were at before we got hurt. And we finally feel like we are there, and with perfect time too, because this is exactly when we need it.
Tasha? Do you have any?
Well,
I don't remember.
I you know, I like to get in, get out, don't really get too hurt too much. You know, I save my body a lot. I haven't had any knock on wood that I got in my house, any major injuries, thank God for that. So yeah, let's not jinx me here. Let's not do that.
You know, I think the main thing is we all know that injuries are kind of part of our business, or a big high risk in our business, and we just power through. And somehow, you know, we're always telling ourselves to no sell it and just be tough and make it through. Thank you,
Finish
Sam.
the match.
Thank you all. Best of luck this Saturday.
Thanks,
Sam.
Thank you.
Next, we have Craig from One Stop Wrestling.
Are you certain? That looks like Matt Hardy
Craig.
on the screen.
I know, it does look like Matt. Craig, Matt, are you there?
Dark Wizard, we remember him.
Okay, maybe we don't have Craig just yet. Oh, do we have Craig? Let's go to Misery Eater. We all know him.
Cody.
One of our biggest supporters.
Hello.
Long-time Impact faithful.
Yes.
How are you ladies all doing today?
Yo.
Good. How are you?
Thank you.
I'm doing fine. Doing pretty good. Excited for this weekend. I just have a few random questions. One for Gail, one for Chelsea, and one for Rosemary.
Okay.
Rosemary, how does it feel that now, knowing that your dream in your first run with your first, I want to say, interview with Impact, you're now getting the dream match that you wanted?
Well, now we've just been encouraged. Now we can figure out how to get whatever we want. What else can we ask for? Eventually manifest it into reality.
Chelsea, how I think you already answered this from someone else, but is your risk going to play any factor for this?
I'm gonna hope not, but I definitely have been taking extra measures to make sure that when I get into that match that I'm the strongest that I've ever been. So fingers crossed.
All right. And Gail, about in 2020, there was a rumor going that the Knockouts would get their own show. Is there anything furtherly going on with that? Because I know Maria's rumored to show up. Mickey James, Gail Kim, Madison. There's heads of wrestling minds that can build a Knockout show. Is there former plans for that?
You know, if the demand happens to happen, I think that, you know, fans are the ones that are going to speak for what they want. That conversation has been brought up. I mean, we have about 20 girls right now, so it's not like, I don't think, and the girls are completely capable, in my mind, of carrying their own show. I think it's just more about demand, right? In terms of fans and them speaking up. So we would love to see that in the near future.
Feel free to tweet.
Bombard them.
Give us our own.
I do all the time.
Exactly.
Tasha,
I'm not
Tasha.
encouraging you. Okay.
Have you talked with Kira Hogan lately? And
Who?
is there any Kira Hogan?
Who is that? Who is that?
I don't
I guess
think Kira
not.
wants to talk to her after their last meeting.
Have I spoken to Kiera Hogan? I sent her to the round. Won't you ask Rosemary? What's the Rosemary question?
She's fine. She's fine. She's been
The
put to work.
Rosemary question. Oh, she's working down
Okay,
there?
yeah.
Good. Good. She's back on
Manual
her feet.
labor.
I'm glad to
We
hear
have to
it.
move along. Sorry, guys.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you for your time.
Appreciate it. Okay, and we have Craig, right? Is this Craig now? Yes. There we go. You're on mute. Can you unmute yourself?
Don't be afraid. We don't bite.
Yeah.
Speak for
At least
yourself.
Rosemary does. Yeah, Rosemary, she bites. I felt it.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah, good.
we got you.
Sorry about that. So thank you very much for having me. This Saturday, the Ultimate X division match is a big step in the evolution of the Knockouts division on Impact. What do you all see as the next step in evolution for the Impact Knockouts division going forward after this?
Gosh, I mean, I really feel, and I said this before, I feel like Impact is light years ahead of every other company in terms of the platform that they've put the knockouts on. So it's hard to even think of what we can do next. I mean, there is no ceiling anymore. I'll say that. There's absolutely no ceiling. So I think that whatever we want to do personally, we can do at this point, you know, whatever Tasha wants to do, whatever Rosemary wants to do. When I win this match and I get to wrestle Mickey James, I mean, the you know, no ceiling. The options are endless, Craig.
I would like to see us main event more pay-per-views. That's what I want to see. I want to see more women main eventing pay-per-views here. I haven't seen it in a long time. So if we can main event, if we could do all of this that we can do, we can definitely main event a pay-per-view.
Exactly.
Agreed. And I mean, our last question, I had asked about an all knockout show. Maybe that could be another step as well. Who knows? You know, there's many possibilities. And sometimes we don't even know what the next step is, right?
That's how I feel. Sometimes I don't even know because really the options in Impact are endless. And that's a pretty crazy thing to be able to say.
Because it hasn't revealed itself yet to us.
Yes, I agree with that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Have fun on Saturday.
Thanks,
Thank
Greg.
Next we have Nikki. Nikki, are you there?
Nikki James?
No, not Nikki.
No.
Oh, I'm about to say
Crashing
it. Let's go.
It's Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Nikki.
Hey,
Boo.
Tasha. Hey, Chelsea. Hey,
Hi.
Rosemary. Hey, Gail. I just want to say, first and foremost, I'm representing Women's Wrestling Talk as the senior writer and host. You guys show us so much love. Congratulations to Chelsea and the Cordonas. But since I'm in the
Just rub
presence
it in
of
that her
the-
wedding was successful. Why don't you?
I mean, it was. We posted like 2 posts.
Finally, I had a successful wedding. Finally. Okay.
Finally. And Rosemary, I'm glad you spoke because since I'm in the presence of the demon assassin herself, I want to play devil's advocate.
Ooh.
Oh, Lord.
So going into Hard to
Let me go
Kill
get my
for
Bible.
everyone, for everyone, if you don't win, what's next?
She's
Well,
taking everybody to the
listen,
world.
there are still some tag titles that we need to get revenge back on.
With that being
Don't go
said,
after the
Tasha,
singles title.
with that being said, Tasha, are you and Savannah gonna go after those tag team titles in the near future?
I mean, I wear a lot of many hats. So if Savannah, she wants to have a knockout tag title, I have all the experience in it. So I have no problem helping her get that. So Rosemary, get the hell
Love
out the
it.
way.
Right on. You got to go for all the gold, girl.
That's right. Future belt collector. That's what I want to be.
That should be everyone's goal in my mind.
And I'm really torn between Chelsea and Tasha. I really don't know who to pick. I'm really torn
All the
between
flavor. You have to pick all the flavor.
I know, Tasha. I got you first, but Chelsea, I've fallen in love with you over the time, and so I have to ask. And you kind of hinted it a little bit back. You brought up Lady Frost, so I have to ask all of you ladies, beside yourself, of course, who's the biggest threat going into this match?
Rosemary.
You can't say yourself, Tasha. It's cheating. You can't say yourself, Tasha. That's cheating.
Okay.
I've beaten all of them, so it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I've been in the ring with one of them all. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Rosemary. How is your Tasha Steels? Hey, yeah. So, Tasha
What's your
Steels,
record
the flavor,
against
all
us,
the flavor.
Tosh?
You want me to count?
Yeah.
You want me to count right
We got to move on, guys. Thanks.
Well, I just want to thank you guys so much. And again, congratulations, Chelsea. Thank you guys so much for always showing so much love and support to Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Good luck. I will actually be at Hard to Kill. We have a lot of representation from women's wrestling that will be at Hard to Kill, and we are super pumped. So good luck to all of you guys, and thank you so much.
We'll see you there.
Thank you, Nikki. Next, we have Najir from Big Gold Belt Media. Did I pronounce your name right? Najir?
That is correct.
Oh,
That is
awesome.
correct. How y'all doing? What's up, y'all? What's up, sis?
Yeah, that's my guy. What up? How are you?
Good, good. You
My
know, I was
guy.
going to ask that biggest threat question, but I kind of want to remix it just a little bit. For the other three ladies that are not able to talk today, could you talk a little bit more? And Chelsea, you did kind of touch up on this in terms of with Lady Frost, which is a very big wild card to this match. But could you talk about each one of y'all, talk about one of the three and what you feel their biggest asset to this match will be?
Ooh, okay. We might have time for maybe one or two of you guys to answer this.
Okay, so I already said about Lady Frost, so you girls can go.
Okay, go for it. Rosemary?
I would. Jordan has a lot of power. You know, being in the ring with Jordan a couple of times, she has a lot of power, and she doesn't hold back. So, yeah.
Jordan's the one you're going to say to look out for.
Yeah.
Then. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she said it. She said it.
I said it.
In a previous interview, we actually named Tasha and Chelsea as our biggest threats because you knew us better than the other three. You two have been in the ring with us, so you know what to look for. It's the other three that actually, on the flip side, we haven't had much experience with, especially with Lady Frost, next to nothing. So those three we don't know very well, so we don't know what to anticipate from them. In the reverse situation, they won't know what to anticipate from us either, but we don't like going in with an unknown. So those three, all three of them, Jordan, Rachel, and Lady Frost, are very inexperienced with them, so we're very suspicious and trying to keep track, and it'll be help to have Havoc with us.
See, I do have to say that Rachel, I have a past with. We came up together. We've been a couple places. We've been around the block together. So I feel like I know what to expect from Rachel in a regular match. However, in something like this, you know, again, Rachel is also very strong. Rachel was a power lifter. There's no joking around with her either. So I think that she'll surprise a lot of people in the strength that people don't know she has.
Okay, well, listen, you give us some tips on her, and we'll give you
I
some
was
tips
gonna
on
say,
Tasha.
I'm right here. Backstage.
I'm right here.
Thank you, Najir.
Thank y'all so much.
Thanks, guys. Next, we have Sam Smith from Soundsphere. Sam?
Hi, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Brilliant. Well, also, congratulations, by the way, Chelsea, and to Matt as well.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So this is another Forbidden Door question. I know you like them. So
I do.
Impact has seemed to really embrace it, you know, since it began with Kenny Omega coming over, winning the title, and you know, as a fan and as a reporter, it was amazing to see. But what do you guys think or hope will happen in 2022 in relation to the Forbidden Door, and how do you see it impacting yourselves and your careers?
I just have to say, as much as I love that we've opened the Forbidden Door. I think that's amazing. But Impact doesn't need to open the Forbidden Door. Impact has so many talented males and females that you don't even get to see weekly, that, you know, people kind of forget about. And so as much as I do love the coming and going, I feel like there's just so many talented people in the locker room that we can give that time to. And I also don't think we need to go anywhere else. It's great, but we kind of have it all anyway.
I agree. That question's come up in the past, and I made a reference to the fact that, you know, even our former champion, because the question was asked at Deanna a while back, and people wanted to see her and Britt, and I said, Deanna hasn't even faced half the girls in our locker room yet, and that's who I want to see first. Right. And then we can move to the Forbidden Door. Exactly. I mean, what do you guys think? You all agree with that?
I agree.
Yes. We also find it sort of hilarious how much of a deal the Forbidden Door was being made of when Impact has had working relationships with companies for years and years and years. We've had a partnership with Noah, we've had a partnership with AAA, we've had several competitors appear years and years and years, and then just this past year, someone says the Forbidden Door, and now it's a big deal. People have always wanted to come and work with Impact wrestlers, knowing that we are the best. And
you know what? I do think that people are
Petty
forgetting that Brandy and Cody did this years ago as well. You know, and they weren't even the first, but they came in, they worked with us at Impact, and they were also doing Ring of Honor and going to Japan and things like that. So again, Impact is ahead of the curve, and we just didn't say it.
Several. We had Marufuji here.
Thank you, Sam. We appreciate the question.
Thanks, Sam.
Best.
Next, we have Justin Clapper from Wrestling Travel.
Hey, and I unmuted. All right. I won't ask the Forbidden Door question.
No.
I watched every question just get taken away, but we're out of Manchester in the United Kingdom. So what I'm wondering is, now we're in 2022. We've got the return of fans. You guys are in Impact where you can travel all over. How forward are you looking, if that's even the right way to say that, but how much are you looking forward to being able to come back to the UK and travel?
I've never been there, so I'm ready to go.
Tasha, you've never been.
I've never been. I was supposed to go, but this was like right before the pandemic hit, and I was supposed to go to the UK, and everything got canceled, and I was so bummed out. So now I want to go so bad.
When Tasha gets to go, because we're gonna put this out into the universe, we're gonna tour and we're gonna go to the UK. We're gonna go and maybe Tasha won't go with me, but she might go with some of the other person. But we'll have a big
everywhere.
Yeah, we'll have a big English breakfast, and we'll see the London Bridge, and we'll see Big Ben, and it'll be amazing.
Well, take me, Chelsea. If you have all the experience, you take me first.
Well, I have to say,
can we tell a quick story?
Go for it, Rosemary.
When we first started at Then TNA in January 2016, our second appearance with the company was in England. And we did the very last UK tour of the company. Decay hadn't yet debuted on television. And we walked out in Manchester Arena, and the crowd was singing our theme song back to us. And we hadn't even been on TV yet. That was the biggest full body chill we ever got, and that was just the start. We will do anything to get back to the UK.
I am on board with you, girl. I want to tell you guys, because some of you, like Tasha and Chelsea, never got to go on tour on the UK tours with Impact, and they were always my favorite of the year. No, I'm not just saying this. We hardly got any sleep. You're literally going from city to city with barely any sleep on the buses, but it's the best time. The fans there are so appreciative, and we love you there in the UK. If you're watching, we want to get back there, and that's where we're all going to ask to demand to go to there next.
Yes, please. I want to go.
Yes. So thank you so much, Justin.
Thank you, guys. Good luck this weekend, ladies.
We are going to get our last question now, and it is from Lee from Perched on the Top Rope.
First and foremost, Chelsea, congratulations on getting married to Mr. Cardona.
Thank you.
I would also like to quickly bring up Chris Sabin actually has the most appearance in the Ultimate X match with 17. He also has the most wins with 8. Ladies, at Hard to Kill, there have been 44 Ultimate X matches. You will be participating in the 45th.
Wow.
So out of that, there have been 63 competitors. Out of the 63, over 55% have not won. That's 33 competitors.
Come here, we're all
Rosemary,
back.
Rosemary, we've already heard all these different match types that you've been in that give you the upper advantage. Chelsea, Tasha, what matches do you feel are going to give you an advantage in the Ultimate X match at Hard to Kill? And Gail, why not put yourself in this historic match?
Yeah, Gail, come out of retirement.
It's too late now. If I'd known 2 months ago, maybe it would have been considered. Just get a couple of cortisone shots in my back.
Yeah, right?
No big deal.
Yes. So
I mean, I guess for myself, it's not necessarily the specific matches I've been in that have prepared me for this, but more so the places that I've had matches, the opponents. You know, I've wrestled in every major company in the world at this point that will accept females and me. So I really truly think that I've kind of always been a fighter and I've always fought my way to the top, and I'm going to do that in this match as well.
Anybody else have anything to add? Are we good?
We'll say one thing that 45 Ultimate X matches, including this one that we're about to do, and still you're going to see new things because females bring something new to whatever we do. When the female Monster Ball matches, you will have new things happen because girls can come up with different things, and we are typically more flexible. So there's new things that we can do that the guys necessarily won't do. So you will see something new, and that's going to happen in Ultimate X as well, because our creativity, our drive, and knowing that we have an awful lot to live up to, you're going to see creativity come out here, new creative ways to inflict pain upon each other, and new creative ways to get that win and stand out.
Tasha, you got a last word to say? This is our last question.
Yeah, I mean, just stay tuned. I don't want to give everything away. You know, if I give it all away, then how are you going to watch? So
We'll just say all the girls are ready for this.
Tune in Saturday.
Right? Yeah.
Yes. Everyone's ready. We're absolutely ready. We were ready years ago, and now that our time has come.
Great thought there. Thank you so much, Lee. Thank you to everyone, our Facebook friends, all the media outlets. If we didn't get to you today, we're sorry. And definitely we'll get you on the next press pass. I just want to remind everyone also after Hard to Kill, because we are technically sold out, but there is standing room only available. So if you can get in there, you'll be very lucky because I think it's going to be a wonderful show. And the next day, we do still have limited tickets available for our TV taping in Dallas. And just a reminder for those who are holding the titanium ticket for the VIP at Hard to Kill, stick around for the end of the show because you will, don't forget, you're going to get a ringside photo with the commemorative historic X that
if we give it back.
Match.
Yeah, but you got to give it back to
if the winner gives it back. So we thank you all, and we'll see you at Hard to Kill. Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.